All right, sports fans, we're on. All right. Don't do that. Now we have a chock full. You want to lean in, Liz? We'll get you in the picture. This is Dennis. I'll run for anything, Galvin. Let's give him a hand here. Thank you. Dennis Galvin is running for, what are you running for now?
Republican State Committee.
That means you're not a Democrat.
That's right.
All right, when's the election?
March 1st.
It's March 1st
March
for those of you
1st.
in the rest of the world. Can you say that in Russian for our friends overseas?
Niet.
Yet? That's no. Thank you. All right. Then we have Joe Bohemic. No, Bohenic.
Bo.
Joe Bo here from, Joe is, he's a coach of the year. Let's give him a hand.
You just have a stage name now.
No, we
You
want
have
to
a
go to
stage
a
name.
game. Coach, it was a soccer team from Concord Academy,
Yeah,
right?
that's correct.
All girls?
Yes.
Well, we don't know. So girls team. What did you wind up with? 8 and 6?
8 and 6.
And what were they previously? 0 and 14.
7 and 9 last
They
year.
were you got this
I've
for
had 2
just,
seasons.
for a small improvement like that. You got. Boy, they're desperate. What everybody else in one is. You have any cheerleaders?
No cheerleaders.
Well, get me your short pants and I'll be there.
You're
No,
welcome.
you won't be.
You've already got
You better bring
yes.
some barf bags too if I'm doing that. All right, and now back from Europe. Let's go. All right. Audrey just drove back from Scotland. It took a long time.
But I'm here now,
But
so.
she's here now. All right. Fortunately, it was an electric
It's a little
car.
wet.
Right? Kept shorting out. All right. Audrey, she works at Juju's, right?
There's no need to.
Well, there's no need to go into this. Audrey, you went to Boston College.
I did.
God bless.
I don't know why we're going into this.
Yeah.
Right.
Go
You're
Eagles.
a little too far here.
Go Schmiegels. All right. All right. And I like bagels. Over here we have Nikki Penta. Nikki, let's give her a hand. Nikki is taking, oh, stop it. That hurts. Nikki is taking a trip to the Erie Canal.
No.
And it's a canal we stupidly gave away. That would be the, what canal is this?
Panama.
The Secaucus, New Jersey Canal. She's going to Panama Canal. Give her a hand for that. And it's one way. All right, good.
Yeah.
Is he
I
coming
won't be
back
coming
or
back.
not? Bring
Who?
your snakes with you.
Oh,
I'm sure they'll let them in.
Yeah.
And
this
Dennis,
is.
they might vote for you.
Buffalo to Albany.
What?
Erie Canal.
Not
Okay.
the Panama Canal. We passed it. All right. And I meant Cohen, right? Let's hear it for me. Come on, audience. We have a you don't. Oh, and over on hidden on the side is Rabbi Cantor, but Barry Goldberg, really better known as Rosenberg. I don't know anymore. Change it. I'm not a dentist. All right, change your name next time. We have a lot of things to go through today. First of all, you want to give the little shtick for Floral Arts of Westford?
Floral Arts in Westford is a cafe that sells
No,
coffee.
it has a cafe.
You were so specific to tell me it was a cafe. Okay, it
No,
has a
it has a
cafe.
cafe.
It has a cafe. There's coffee. There's pastries from the North End. There are also flowers.
The north end of what?
Of Boston, Massachusetts.
Detroit.
Right, because the people in Moscow, Russia, they don't understand what.
Yeah, like
where
we have
it
any
is.
fans from
I
Moscow.
don't
We
think-
do too.
I don't think they're going to shut it off if they
I think
hear
he
it.
probably does.
Moscow, Michigan. what it was.
Okay, yeah, so that has that stuff and jewelry. And what else could you ask for, right?
And free smiles all the time.
Free smiles all the time.
Right. Just like at Duncan, who is a sponsor, by the way.
Not me.
No, not you. Joe works at he doesn't want to know. All right. So now what else we got here? We have you want Dennis? You wanted to do your little thing there?
Well, you want me to do the stories, the weather history stories? Now, this is still a weather show, right? Or is it not?
At times.
At times.
Go right ahead. No, wait a minute. You give Nikki has a very long program review. Less than 5 words. Go ahead. What's the name of the show? The name of the show is longer than the review. Go ahead.
American Horror Story.
Go ahead.
It's bloody and violent.
We had 3 words. Oh, that's 3. Bloody and violent. All right. Thank you. What channel is this on?
30.
Wait a minute. We have to.
I'm trying to give her some credit.
People are killing me here. All right. What show? What station?
30. FX.
30, ladies and gentlemen.
FX.
Fox?
Why are we plugging other?
I don't know, because-
I'm not trying to plug
I'm not
anything.
saying you. I'm saying
I don't know why
you.
I'm
Right.
not saying anything.
Okay.
Not
never,
supposed to.
never have Nikki do any more reviews. All right. All right.
You
Then we
asked
have.
her.
Stop that. We had the floor. Nikki did it. All right, Barry, you're up later. Much later. Why don't you read your war stories?
All right. Well, I'll give you 2. First
That's
one
all
is,
you
have
have.
you ever heard of the Kipchak Mongols? Now, I'll give you 2 clues. Number 1, it's not a baseball team, and number two, it's not a rock band.
It's a hockey team from Russia.
No.
The Chip-
Close though.
Okay.
They actually started the bubonic plague, okay? And they had a very, another place we were talking about, Crimea,
Crimea.
right? Well, that was a trading center for the folks in Genoa. They used to stay there. And they,
Which is in Italy.
that's in Italy. They used to go back and forth.
Also the name
Problem
of
was
salami.
the so-called Kipchak Mongols wanted to take the place over, tried to attack the place, couldn't do it, so they started to lob in dead bodies into the location to be able to get people sick.
Is this real?
And they succeeded. It's true, right? It's true. So
heard
what
that.
happened is the guys from Genoa decided to go back to Genoa. They got sick on the way back. They went back to Messina, Sicily, got off the boat at Messina, Sicily, and infected the rest of Europe for the next 2 years. 35–40% of the population died. Just a little story on biotech warfare. But
Anybody hungry?
question I have for you is, it says here, at
Yes.
least I got from this source, is
Yes.
that a change in climate,
Yes.
all right, had produced long winters and cooler, wetter summers,
Wetter?
which had shortened and thwartened the growing season.
Has shortened?
Okay, and
Right.
from 1315 to 1318, torrential summer crops just ruined everything, and starvation followed. And they're saying that one of the contributing factors to the bubonic plague was the fact that everybody was malnutritioned and didn't have the resistance to be able to fight it off.
Is that the little ice age?
Don't know. That's where you
There
come
was
in.
also the something meander or something. That's when the sunspots, I believe, stopped for a while. Is that in that time period?
Well, it
I was
went
busy.
from
I was in the
1300 to
I was in the
1340.
Panama Canal. I
You
don't
went down
know
the
what I was
Panama
doing.
Canal. All right.
You're busy staring
I
at
know.
yourself. Oh, thank you.
I
She's
am.
staring at herself, folks. Don't worry about it. It's not
No,
your
I'm
set.
waiting for the camera to
It's
switch
not
so I
your
can have
set.
some water because I
So
don't.
you want the next one?
No, there's something meander. There was that, and then they had those sunspots stopped. You remember that because you were telling me about them, right, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Joe.
remember
No, a little
some-
more
Yeah, I
feeling,
majored in the
Joe. Feeling.
1300s.
All right, now what's the other
All
one?
right, the second one is called a story about the Russian high, and it's not marijuana from Moscow. All right? All right?
Oh, okay, good.
So-
hey, wait a minute, stick to politics.
I'm just telling you.
All right.
You
We
wanted
did
it,
not
I'm telling
inhale.
you what it is. All right, second of all, so we're now approaching the 71st anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge. I wonder how many people even here know about the Battle of the Bulge.
That's a diet problem.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I
No.
thought it was. No,
It was the last
what it
gasp
was.
of the German army,
Yeah.
right? 1944, 200,000 Germans went through the Ardennes and almost broke the Allied line,
Right.
So what happened is the Allies tried to defend a location. The United States Army hunkered down and tried to defend a place called St. Vith. This was before Bastogne. And they were there for 3 days, and the Russians pounded them the Germans pounded them with tanks and artillery, and the third day they had to pull out. But they didn't think they could do it because they had dug in all their tanks and all their artillery, and it was muddy, and they couldn't move anything out.
Who, the Germans?
The Americans
Oh,
were
the
trying to pull out.
Americans.
So what happened is the night before Christmas Eve, right, everybody was praying for a freeze. And what happened is a cold front came through, which the American meteorologists called a Russian high, froze the ground so these folks could pull out and live to survive the experience. So what is a high besides in a weather terms? What
Well, that would
be
be
weather?
an Arctic air mass probably from Russia.
It made the ground solid,
Yeah,
so that they
frozen.
could move those. They
Yeah.
could move their equipment out and save themselves.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the young lady they had brought to it at that time. No.
So those are the
All
two
right.
historical weather stories
You
I
know,
have
this
for
is
you.
a sad story. I have to wipe a tear from my eye from that. I know we were stupid because we had sent the people on vacation to Paris,
That's
and,
right.
and the locals were saying, "Psst, hey, they're doing something over there." What do you think it was, a barn dance coming on?
Almost lost the whole thing.
Stupid.
Yeah.
And it was cloudy, right? They couldn't use the planes to bomb it because it was
Yeah,
cloudy.
they called that Hitler weather. That's what the Germans called it.
Cloudy?
No, when it's cloudy so they couldn't fly, they call it Hitler weather. That's what the German commanders used to refer to it as.
Write that down.
Charles
You
McDonald,
write that down.
Sound of Trumpets, one of the definitive stories of the Battle of the Bulge. And that's where the
Isn't it the
information came
Ardennes
from.
Forest? That's where Patton raced his troops over there.
That's
The
right.
longest movement of the troops in 24-hour period, right?
Yep, saved everybody.
They were a little cranky when they got there, but.
I'm
You know.
sure.
All right, that,
You would
let's
be
give
too.
Joe a big hand. No, you're not
Joe.
Joe. Vote for Joe Galvin here.
That's my son. No.
That's, all right, well, vote for your daughter. What else? What is she running for?
She should run.
Right.
She could do a good job.
All right. Count me in.
All right, good.
All right, now we have Joel Prostanak here from Bohannock. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Damn. All right, Joe has this is from Ed Hummel. Ed Hummel, who has a forecasting service, and he's one of the sponsors. So it's been shortened somewhat because we only have 10 hours to do this. No, Joe can't read too long. Go ahead, Joe.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
this is
let me start it off.
It's the winter forecast.
This is a winter 2015 to 2016 forecast for New England. Although we're going to have to reach further than New England to find out about this weather. It could be cold or it could rain.
All right, thank you. That's an excellent forecast. All right. Okay, that's
I'll
summarized.
go into
Other than
detail. I'll
that,
go into detail.
Yeah, you
So
got
there's three very important factors at play this this fall to winter. That's going to dictate what may or may not happen, and that we don't really know. We have a much warmer than normal Arctic basin. We have a super strong El Nino.
which is in the Pacific.
It's in the tropical Pacific.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That still shows signs of additional strengthening. Who knew? They go to the gym.
All right, let's give them a hand for that. They're going to do that too.
And,
All right, we'll get rid
and
of the
still,
ad-libbing.
I believe,
This song
still
will
means
never
it's not
sleep again.
moving, or still very warm ocean water off both east and west coasts of North America.
It's
So
hit a
both sides
record
of the
high, by the way, the temperature in the Pacific.
That's
It's higher
exciting.
than its, was it in there?
What?
It hit a record
Well,
high
what did it
temperature,
say?
the water. It's
Could've
worse
been
than the
in
one that was about 30
All right,
years
hold on,
ago.
hold on.
I'm
Get
sorry.
through this.
I
There's
don't
a lot
wanna steal
more.
your-
That was
I don't
only
wanna
that was
steal
the
your
first
lightning.
paragraph.
Preview.
The Arctic basin has been much warmer than normal for a few years now, and this trend has continued even more so through this past summer and fall. The main effect of this abnormal warmth over the Arctic basin caused the main polar vortex circulation to slip off the North Pole and set up somewhere over central or eastern Canada.
You always
Slipped
laugh-
off the North Pole.
You always laugh when you say slip off the North Pole. Do you carry that brand of clothing over there? Slip off the North Pole? Thank you.
Therefore, any very cold air that is up there, which I believe that is the North Pole, will have a greater tendency to move southward toward the Midwest or New England, whenever the jet stream pattern dictates such a move. So we're relying on the jet stream to decide where it wants to
But
go.
that's what controls all the weather, so you didn't take that class.
Which
Make a note.
sounds like it's out of control. So what?
It's not in normal place.
So does this mean the North Pole is not the North Pole anymore?
No, it's Cleveland.
Well, that may be the case.
Before too long.
It sounds like it's Canada.
No, it is. It's way up there. But this is the geographic. No, I mean the actual North Pole, not the geographic. The one at 90 north. Yeah, the jet stream
Santa's-
controls the weather, the surface, so it's out of position. As you may have noticed, we keep getting warmer.
Wait, don't jump. You're jumping ahead.
Oh,
of
I'm
me.
sorry.
All right. Besides bringing colder weather our
Right?
way,
Calm down. Calm down.
it will also tend to keep us quite dry for long stretches, as long as the jet stream over us moves northwest to southeast or west to east.
Eh?
For those of you interested.
Oh, well, northwest is that means it comes out of Canada.
Yes.
So we'll be, thank you. It'll be drier that way. Okay, and if it moves southwest to northeast, but it's farther out, notice the correct English,
could be.
Dennis, it'll bring warm air up.
So does that mean no snow this winter?
No,
Less.
that's not
Oh,
all.
sorry, we have a
Hold on.
forecast.
Why
Wow.
do people keep
All
trying
All
to
right.
steal your
They're
spotlight?
stealing the spotlight. We haven't even gotten to the good stuff
Dennis,
yet.
I'm not voting now.
So with such a lopsided polar vortex configuration, we can probably expect long periods of dry, relatively cold conditions punctuated by monster storms that will drop large amounts of precipitation over us. So it's going to be dry or it's going to be wet.
All right, let's
So
hear
they-
that. All right,
so
that's
they-
good.
See, we summed it up at the beginning, didn't we?
All you need now,
A politician wrote that weather.
There we go.
all you need now is a dress. we
On
can
one
get you
hand, on the
TV.
other hand.
She wore a white glove. We can get you on TV if you get a dress now. You sell him a dress, we get him on TV as a weather
Oh my
girl.
gosh.
Vanna weather.
What do your legs look like? No, go ahead.
However, the presence of a very strong El Nino this winter, along with very warm pools of water lingering off both coasts, would probably have a major effect on how storms would affect New England as they develop and go by us.
That's a long sentence.
That's a long sentence. There's another one. Historically, very strong El Ninos tend to send mild Pacific air across the northern us, or I believe that's the northern
Not the
U.S.,
huge and us.
from coast to coast
You
and
sure
limit
you
the
can
amount
have
of
that?
Canadian. Do we want Canadian air here?
Yes,
That's
sir.
something
We like
want?
Canadian Club.
Do
all
we
the
tax that?
time. Huh? No, we can't.
Storm
We should.
storms that we do do get tend to bring mild air rather than just cold air,
That means they're
resulting
going to the west of us.
in a lot of rain and freezing rain over most of New England when they go by. And that's the Canadian air
Thank you.
going by. My guess, not my guess, but a guess at this point, would be for both strong El Nino and a displaced polar vortex, combining their effects to enhance
My vortex is not displaced.
That's going to be
I'll
a
have you
bad
know.
winter.
to enhance
That's
the
what
chances
they
of
call-
rain or freezing rain, yada 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 yada.
No, you can't say
Of
yada.
course,
yada.
wait.
Oh, of course.
There's more.
I thought, wait a minute.
That
wait,
doesn't
there's
rule
more.
out
I
the
think it should be-
possibility.
yes.
Wait, so it's going to be dry or freezing rain, but that doesn't
Dry
rule
or,
out.
I got this. It's going to be dry or wet, mild or cold.
No.
All right, good.
That doesn't rule out the
And will the sun
possibility
be
of
coming
a
up and
big
down?
snowstorm. A
Yes,
big
of course
snowstorm.
not.
Now and then.
Such a fool. No, and such a fool as I, Elvis.
And if
Now
the
and
pattern sets up just right
Yes.
to bring the storms off Cape Cod and through the Gulf of Maine, a track
no.
which usually brings our biggest widespread snowfalls.
Unless it doesn't.
Unless it doesn't. Unlike last year, which saw most of the storms following such a track and leading to frequent heavy snowfalls,
You're
this year
darn
would
right.
probably see a preponderance of warmer storms for us bringing the mixed precipitation.
Yeah.
So we're
They-
still on mixed
It's a
precipitation.
whiskey sour they got coming up.
That's not a weather forecast. That's a horoscope.
No,
a
for that too. How much more you got? 'Cause we got to get the
There's
music.
the summary.
Okay, quickly.
Well, I just
No,
read it.
summarize. Oh, you did.
I have
You're
to
out-
summarize
you're
what I
finished?
just.
Why
No.
do we have to summarize?
We don't have to summarize it. We're running out of time.
It could
because
be
the-
cold, it could be warm, it could rain, and it may have a monster storm.
You could.
Ed.
Oh, I hate them. How about an ogre? We get
There
one of
will
those
be
in
weather.
Windy weather.
There will be
Welcome
weather.
to New England.
All right, let's give him a hand. Get the hook. You were supposed to juggle, for God's sakes.
That
was-
would have been.
Oh, grab that camera and juggle it. All right.
Juggle you.
All right, go ahead. Oh, how many minutes are you going to take with the song?
6, 7.
We got 11:17.
Huh?
Now we have 11:15.
Okay.
Oh.
You want me to do it now? You want me to do
Well,
it?
should I do that? I'll do a few of these first, all
Do
right?
a few of those first.
All right.
You should break it up, yeah.
Isn't. Thank you, Audrey. Isn't making a these are some one-liners. Isn't making a smoking section in a restaurant like making a peeing section in a swimming pool? Who chose that one? Jeez. Let's yuck it up, folks. All right, there goes that thing. They won't play that in Concord, right?
No.
Oh, no. All right.
think
If a
after this
pig
we'll be
loses
banned.
its voice, is it disgruntled?
Yes.
All right, yes, all right, great, okay. Oh, this is for you. Can we say the one about the piano player?
Uh,
You don't want that,
That
one?
one's good.
Oh, there are 3 religious truths. Ready? Ready?
I'm ready.
Jews do not recognize Jesus as the Messiah. He works with you down there, right?
He does.
He does, yes.
Works out the same
Prot-
station.
He does, yeah. Protestants do not recognize the Pope as the leader of the Christian faith, right?
Right.
Okay. Baptists do not recognize each other in the liquor store or at Hooters. All right, let's give them a. All right, yeah, if I could read these, you know what? English is a 4th language for me.
Apparently.
Why do croutons come in airtight packages? Do you know why?
No.
Thanks. Aren't they just stale bread to begin with? You can't argue with that stuff. Come on, these were
Well, that's
funny when you
spot
were
on.
reading.
No,
Well, what
that-
else did you
that's-
put them in, though?
That's more truthful than funny, I think.
Thank you. Is FedEx?
sometimes truth can be funny.
But not in this case.
This is not one of those times.
If FedEx and UPS were to merge, would they call it Fed Up? Hang on, thank
Yeah.
you. All right.
That's a good one. That's a good
Hey, what'd you knock out that dog with? She's still sleeping.
It's the jokes. Jokes are killing them.
And
Yeah.
finally, for now, do Lipton tea employees take coffee breaks? Do you know? Do you know that? All right. How about the Dunkin' Donuts? You take coffee breaks.
I do take coffee
You
breaks.
take
I
tea
take
breaks?
tea breaks.
It takes tea breaks.
I
'cause
also
they
take
have
bathroom
a-
breaks.
All right, now, Rabbi, if a cow laughed real hard, would milk come out of her nose? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Oh, my good, again.
That's cute.
That would be
Don't
a
do that.
female cow. What would come out of a male cow?
Don't ask me.
That's a lot of
Steak.
bull.
Oh, God. Go back to sing. All right. Now we have Rabbi Goldberg. I'm sorry. Rose, Berg. Iceberg? Rabbi, whatever happened to preparations A through G?
Good question.
All right.
They got discarded.
You got them all.
They burned
All
too
right,
much.
we got them all. Okay, so
The
what
dog's
are you going
still,
to play there? I'm choking here. What are you going to
got
play
water.
today for us?
I'm going to start with a Hanukkah song that I wrote years ago for my temple.
You
Yes.
know, Lincoln was Jewish.
I did not know
He was
that.
shot in the temple. Oh, jeez. Okay, continuing
Ah,
on.
moving right along. I just wanted to quickly point out my website is on my piano. You can learn about my 2 businesses, my CD, and upcoming gigs when they happen.
Does that say barryrmusic.com?
It says barryrmusic.com.
Is that? I want to make sure it's barryrmusic.com.
That is correct.
Breaker, right? Go ahead, there.
I
All
owe
right.
you now.
You owe
Okay.
me now. All right.
Okay,
you
so-
you better pay me. Dennis is.
Dunkin' Donut coffee.
When Jews were ruled by Syrians, a king named Antiochus ordered Jews to pray like him, for power was his focus. Fearless Jews called Maccabees and leader Mattathias said, "We'll worship as we please, let those who will stand by us. Miracles would light our darkest night and bring the festival of lights." Though there were several Syrians to every Maccabean, every Jew fought hard as 10 and Syrians were fleeing. Maccabees returned from war to temple walls with staining, temple lamp upon the floor, one day of oil remaining. Miracles would light our darkest nights and bring the festival of lights. The Jews then lit the one-day lamp and asked for help from heaven. God delivered like a champ, it burned an extra 7. Now menorahs light our walls as we eat latke dinners. We don't care where dreidels fall, we know that we're all winners. Miracles would light our darkest night. We sing the festival of lights.
All right, let's get
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Would you put the hook down for a moment, please? Thank you. All right. You were really killing yourself over there laughing while he's trying to sing. He's pouring his heart out.
He was doing a great job. He
And
did a great job.
And he reprimanded, his heart's over there, and he reprimanded me for letting that happen last time.
Well, you should be reprimanded.
Thank you.
You know?
You've been talking
Hey,
to
last
him.
time you were dying laughing.
Well, that's because he was dying. Oh, sorry. You weren't there. That's because, what's his name again?
Mike.
Mike. Oh, yes. Mike of Floral Arts. Thank you.
They have coffee and pastries from the North End.
Thank you. All right, let's hear that again. All right, all right, all right. And occasionally a flower.
Or 2.
He had
Is there a
nice-
cafe there as
he had
well?
yeah, he does. Yeah. Is there? Yeah, I heard there was. You know, the pastries from the North End. You know.
He has flowers, too.
North End of
Yeah.
where, though?
I think it's Boston, isn't that right?
No,
I guess
Detroit.
so.
Boston. And he had a special arrangement. He was chewing gum and put it right in the arrangement so he could chew on it, folks. All right. Now, you. Why am I yelling? Yes.
I don't
Yes,
know.
Rabbi. You have another one?
Yes, by request of Ed Cohen, our host,
Thank you.
I am going to do a song I did not write. It is
Your name's
rare
not
for me
Irving?
to do a cover in
Your name's not
public.
Irving Berlin?
No. My name is Irving Bailin. Actually, that was his real name. Yes.
What
So
I
anyway,
gotta
this is written by Irving Berlin, and it is White Christmas.
Great song.
Our next show, I will be doing a Christmas song that I wrote, not to be bested by Irving.
What was the name of it?
The one that I wrote?
Yeah.
The one that I wrote is I Wish That It Was Christmas.
No, you don't. Okay, Rabbi, go ahead.
Is it White Christmas?
Anyway,
or
this
Wet
is White Christmas. This
White
is Irving
Christmas,
Berlin.
huh?
Well, it could be Wet Christmas.
Or it could be dry
Dry
Christmas.
Do you have a song called Wet Christmas, too?
Great song.
Thank you.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
All right,
Great
all
job.
right, all right. We were going to have Danny Kaye, Bing Crosby,
Bing-
and Bing Crosby,
I don't
and
know if we can get Bing on short
Rosemary
notice.
Kloonball, and what the heck was it?
Was it Centuries?
Vera Allen.
Centuries?
Vera Allen,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't answer the phone, so they're out of it there.
It's
Mitzi
probably
Jr.
it's probably because of age and death.
Aging. Ladies and gentlemen, here's somebody you're going to run with you as a running mate. You drive a coffee to a Dunkin' Donuts where you can serve it, and then. All right, but we have a few minutes. By the way, in two weeks it'll be Kelly Ross.
Kelly Ross.
He's a selectman, isn't he?
Yes, yes.
All right, Kelly Ross. I know you people in Montana really
Care.
care. All right, here we go. A few more of these. What hair color did they put on the driver's license of a bald man?
Flesh.
Translucent.
Thank you. You sicko.
None.
I was thinking about.
That's the correct word to describe that answer.
I was
but-
thinking about.
What's the answer?
There isn't any. I don't know.
Is this
They
a multiple
put his
choice?
nasal hair in. What do you think? I don't know. I was thinking about how people seem to read the Bible a whole
Wait, was
lot
there no
more.
punchline to that joke?
What?
Or that was just the joke?
That
oh,
was
okay.
it. I don't
okay.
know. As they get older, then it dawned on me. They're cramming for the final exam. Yeah, wait. If it's true that we were here to help others, then what exactly are the others here for? All right. You as a
Hey.
Republican can answer that one.
Yeah,
Wrap it
you
up.
got the windmill in there, by the way.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. We got 30 seconds here. One more. You never really learn to swear until you learn to drive, especially in
Hey.
Massachusetts. All right. Straight ahead on red, right?
Yeah.
Yellow, gun it.
Eyes closed.
Green is
All
what
right,
everybody
so
stops
in
for.
2 weeks we have, what's her name? Nikki will not be here. She's going to the Erie Canal for a trip through the Panama Canal. She's driving. You'll be here, right?
I will
This
be
is
here.
Audrey who works at, what was that store?
We're not gonna. We're just,
No,
I'm
what
here.
Floral
So,
Arts. Thank you. 2 weeks. Bye. Have a nice Hanukkah. And not to mention Thanksgiving. Not to mention.
Well, it
Thought you
didn't
said
get
we were
mentioned
gonna-
because they ran out of town. That is correct.